November 14, 2018. A server farm in Ashburn, Virginia. Data packets flash across fiber optic cables at 200,000 kilometers per second. In exactly 4 seconds, a digital wallet based in Chicago receives a wire transfer. $18,450,000. Clean, taxable, completely legal. No malware, no stolen passwords, no ski masks, just a bespoke corporate contract and math. You are about to see a man drain an international financial exchange of millions of dollars without breaking a single law. Rewind to February 2018, the crypto winter. Bitcoin has crashed from its all-time high. Retail investors are gone. Global trading volume has completely dried up. For cryptocurrency exchanges, volume is oxygen. Without it, they suffocate. Meet CoinApex, a Tier 2 cryptocurrency exchange legally headquartered in the Bahamas. They have a problem. They're actively trying to be acquired by a major Wall Street financial institution, but their daily trading volume has plummeted from $3 billion to barely $400 million. They are desperate. Enter Arthur Penhaligon. Arthur is 38 years old, a senior actuary at a mid-sized insurance firm in Illinois. He calculates life expectancies. He prices corporate risk. He looks at spreadsheets all day. Salary? $115,000 a year. He drives a 2012 Honda Civic. He wears off-the-rack slacks. He is a ghost in the financial system. But Arthur understands probability and contract logic better than anyone sitting in the executive suites at CoinApex. CoinApex needs volume to survive. To manufacture it, their marketing department launches a massive initiative, the VIP Liquidity Provider Program. Exchanges work on a standard maker-taker fee model. If you place an order that sits on the books and waits, you are a maker. You provide market liquidity. If you buy immediately at the current market price, you are a taker. You remove market liquidity. Usually, you pay a fee for both actions. A standard rate is 0.10%. But CoinApex is starving for order book depth, so they offer a maker rebate. If a trader can guarantee more than $10 million a month in volume, CoinApex won't just waive the maker fee. They will actively pay the trader 0.03% of the total trade value, just for providing the liquidity. The exchange assumes the trader will still pay the 0.10% taker fee on their market orders, ensuring the house always wins. Arthur reads the new terms of service, all 42 pages. He spots the flaw. It isn't a bug in the code. It is a fatal logic error in their corporate policy. There's a specific clause, Section 4, Paragraph B. Taker fees may be negotiated for institutional clients exceeding $100 million in daily volume. Arthur does the math on a yellow legal pad. If he can somehow masquerade as an institutional client, if he can get his taker fee successfully negotiated down to exactly 0.00%, he could place a sell order as a maker. Then, using a high-speed algorithm, he could immediately buy that exact same order from himself as a taker. He would pay $0 in fees, and CoinApex would pay him 0.03% as a rebate every single time he traded with himself. Risk-free arbitrage, a perpetual money printer. But Arthur is not an institution. He has $60,000 in his checking account. To get the exchange's attention, he needs a massive bankroll to prove he is a legitimate whale. He takes out a second mortgage on his Chicago townhome. He borrows against his 401k. He pitches a wealthy college friend who manages a private family office. I need a 2-week bridge loan of $2.5 million. I will pay you 5% interest. What's the collateral? The math. Arthur secures the $2.5 million. He registers an anonymous LLC in Delaware, Apex Algorithmic Strategies. He wires the money to the CoinApex treasury in the Bahamas. Instantly, his account triggers the VIP threshold. His phone rings. Mr. Penhaligon, I'm the Director of VIP Relations at CoinApex. We see your deposit. Welcome to the platform. I want to bring serious volume to your exchange, but your fee structure doesn't work for my high-frequency algorithms. What do you need? I'm going to be executing $150 million a day in trading volume. I need 0 taker fees. The VIP director pauses. 0 taker fees mean the exchange makes absolutely 0 direct profit off Arthur's market orders. But $150 million a day, that is elite, tier 1 volume. That is the exact metric the CEO needs to show potential Wall Street buyers. Wall Street doesn't care about fee margins right now. Wall Street cares about volume. I have to run it by the board, the VIP director says. They're desperate. They approve it. But Arthur is not done. He needs to guarantee his trades match against himself, not random users on the platform. I need a custom API endpoint, a dedicated server rack in your data center. I need my trades routed with less than 2 milliseconds of latency. We can do that. And the maker rebate? 0.03%. I want it credited to my account ledger every hour, not at the end of the month, every hour. The exchange agrees. It's a standard operational request for institutional market makers. They draft the contract. Both parties sign. CoinApex executives think they just landed a whale. They actually just handed him the master keys to the vault. April 2nd, 2018, 8 a.m. Arthur sits at his kitchen table. He pours a cup of black coffee. He opens his custom-built Python script. It's a simple trading bot. It does only one thing. It places a maker sell order for 100 Bitcoin. Exactly 1.4 milliseconds later, it places a taker buy order for 100 Bitcoin. Because of his custom API endpoint and the dedicated server rack, his buy order instantly executes against his own sell order before anyone else in the world can react. The cost of the trade? $0. The maker rebate credited by CoinApex, 0.03%. On a $600,000 Bitcoin trade, that is $180. Click. $180. The bot repeats the process. Click. Another $180. Click. Another $180. Arthur sets the bot to run exactly 50 times an hour, $9,000 an hour, $216,000 a day. He watches the green numbers tick up on his monitor. No emotion, just clinical confirmation of the math. To avoid early suspicion, the bot randomizes the trade sizes, sometimes 10 Bitcoin, sometimes 45, but the volume is staggering. Over at CoinApex headquarters in the Bahamas, the executive team is popping champagne. Their daily exchange volume is up 40%. The platform looks incredibly dominant. This new Apex algorithmic firm is a goldmine for our corporate metrics, the CEO tells the board of directors. They do not realize that 40% of their flagship volume is just Arthur's $2.5 million bouncing back and forth, over and over, thousands of times a day. And every single time it bounces, CoinApex's promotional treasury bleeds a little more. May 2018, 1 month into the operation. Arthur has effortlessly generated $6.4 million in rebates. He withdraws $1 million every Friday to an offshore corporate holding account. He doesn't get greedy. He keeps his daily volume just under the $200 million threshold that would trigger a manual compliance audit. He leaves the original $2.5 million bankroll intact. But math leaves a footprint. It cannot hide forever. May 14. CoinApex's chief financial officer is running the quarterly burn rate report ahead of a major acquisition meeting. The promotional treasury fund, allocated specifically to sustain the VIP liquidity program, is nearly empty. It was heavily capitalized. It was supposed to last 2 full years. It has been critically drained in 6 weeks. Get me the ledger, the CFO demands. A team of forensic data analysts digs into the internal database. They filter by top rebate earners. One account ID dominates the entire spreadsheet. Account 8991, Apex Algorithmic Strategies. Total volume, $18.4 billion. Total taker fees paid, $0. Total maker rebates paid out, $5,520,000. Who is taking the other side of his trades? The CFO asks, staring at the monitor. The lead analyst types on his keyboard. A query runs through the SQL database. He is. Silence in the server room. He's trading against himself. He's wash trading. Is he hacking the matching engine? The CFO asks. No, he's using the dedicated API endpoint we built for him. It's too fast for anyone else to intercept the order. The system registers it as a legitimate transaction. Shut it down. Cut him off immediately. May 15, 2018, 10:14 a.m. Arthur is watching his monitor in Chicago. The bot is running perfectly. Then a red error code flashes across the terminal window. HTTP 403, forbidden, API access revoked. His account balance is frozen. $12.5 million sits trapped in the CoinApex master wallet, completely inaccessible. Arthur doesn't panic. His heart rate doesn't even spike. He picks up his phone. He calls the director of VIP relations. My API is down, and my funds are locked. Mr. Penhaligon, we are reviewing your account for severe market manipulation. I am providing market liquidity, exactly as outlined in Section 2 of our signed contract. You are wash trading against your own accounts. That is a direct violation of our fair use policy. Arthur leans back in his chair. Read the contract you signed, the custom agreement. In the Bahamas, the corporate legal team is doing exactly that. They frantically scour the document, the bespoke clause Arthur insisted upon before depositing his funds. There it is, Clause 9. Client assumes no responsibility for order routing or counterparty matching. All trades executed via the provided API are deemed valid and eligible for all promotional rebates. He specifically removed the standard boilerplate clause prohibiting self-matching. CoinApex's own legal team had skimmed right past it, blinded by the intoxicating promise of $150 million in daily volume. He legally engineered a closed-loop system. The lead counsel whispers to the CEO, if we freeze his funds, he sues us in Delaware. Discovery will make our volume metrics public. That is the kill shot. If the public and the SEC find out that CoinApex's massive trading volume is all fake, generated by one single guy in Chicago, the exchange will lose all credibility. The pending Wall Street acquisition will collapse instantly. Arthur knows this. It was his insurance policy from day one. May 18, a secure Zoom call. Arthur sits on one side, the CEO, CFO, and general counsel of CoinApex sit on the other. The tension is suffocating. We are terminating your contract, the CEO says. You can't terminate without 30 days written notice. Read the contract. We're not paying you another dime, Arthur. You owe me $12.5 million currently sitting in my account, plus the $2.5 million principal. If you don't release the funds by 5 p.m., I will file an injunction in federal court. I will formally subpoena your internal volume metrics. The SEC will be very interested in how you artificially inflate your market data to defraud potential buyers. Silence. Checkmate. What do you want? I want my money, unfrozen, immediately, and we part ways amicably. They have no choice. The corporate optics are too fragile to risk a public trial. At 4:45 p.m., the blockchain transfer goes through. Arthur quietly shuts down his laptop. In exactly 3 months, he turned a borrowed $2.5 million into a net profit of over $15 million. CoinApex quietly patches their API infrastructure. They drastically update their terms of service. They heavily cap all maker rebates. They never publicly acknowledge the staggering loss. They write it off internally on their quarterly reports as a marketing acquisition expense. Arthur repays his friend's loan with the agreed 5% interest. He goes back to work at the insurance company on Monday. He still drives a 2012 Honda Civic. He still calculates probabilities. He still analyzes risk. But he never has to worry about his own ever again.